Welcome back, guys, to another beer review. Tonight's beer, I'll start out straight away. I'm not sure where I got it from. It was either Morrison's or Tesco's. I went to both the day that I got this. So apologies for that. You can probably look it up online or look at other reviews and people to tell you exactly where it's from. So I do apologise. I'm a bit of a dopey old so-and-so, to be honest. So stop waffling. As I said, another beer review today. And it's a can of Hazy Little Thing IPA, Session Edition IPA, coming in at 4.6%. It's from Sierra Nevada, who do the bottled pale ale, which is a really nice drink. It's in a 330ml can. I think it was part of 4 for 6, but I think I only bought the one that day. So it's 180. So interested to try it. Seen a couple of reviews, not many of it. Seen a couple, and it's supposed to be okay, but nothing over amazing. But I'll try it, see what we think. Doesn't mean I'm going to be right or anything. So there's the can. Not keen on the artwork, to be honest, on the can or the colours, but it's what's inside that counts. So let's crack on it. So there we go. I'll leave it there. There is a tiny little bit left in the glass. So it's hazy. It's very similar to what I'm seeing in the camera. It's very lemon kind of colour. A spacious 1.5 2-finger head, white head. So yeah, as I say, it says IPA Session Edition. Looks more like a pale ale to me, but let's get an aroma on it. Get on the nose. Yeah, quite light. That's quite light on the nose. For me, straight as I said literally seconds ago, it looks more like a pale ale. It smells more like a pale ale. Don't dive in, Baz, don't dive in. I'm getting carried away. Yeah. Hoppy. Not major, just subtle hops. Juicy, but again subtle. Again, it's very much pale ale for me in looks and in smell, which is quite ironic because yesterday I'd done a pale ale which was more like a New England IPA. So I don't know whether these companies have all gone a bit like maybe the lockdowns fucked them up as well, I don't know. But anyway, let's dive in. Cheers. Ooh. I still wouldn't say that's an IPA, but it tastes like a pale ale. It looks like a pale ale. It smells like a pale ale for me. But there's something in that taste that I wouldn't say makes it an IPA. But just sets it apart from other pale ales. Again, controversially, I mean, this goes to show how different our tastes are. Mark, the beer hooligan, he said it's a nice drink and everything, but it's very average. He also said that about, well, I wouldn't say average, he said it's a good drink, but it's not one you'd have a session on. And he said the same thing about the Jamestown from Thornbridge, which again, I really enjoyed. That suited my taste buds. And, you know, for me, this isn't an IPA. For me personally, in my view, it's drinking more like a pale ale. Let's put it like that. It's drinking, smelling, looking more like a pale ale. But the juicy taste just has, for me, there's another level to it. It's not the bog standard kind of pale ale sort of taste. There's something that little bit extra about it that for me makes it stand out. And he said about the Jamestown, it's more of a table beer, and he said this. It's the same kind of thing. Which I'm not going to argue because he has a good reputation. But I could actually drink a few of these, to be honest. I think that's quite a nice, enjoyable summer drink. You could sit down if you're having a barbecue. Even if you're not having a barbecue, I could still drink a few of these just on a nice day because it's just an enjoyable kind of drink. For me, it's something that I could quite happily just sit. I wouldn't be going out there to necessarily have a big session or anything, but it's just a nice, enjoyable drink. I said that about another one yesterday, I think it was. The Jute, I think it was. I mentioned it, and this is the same kind of drink for me. It's just one of them that is nothing outstanding. It doesn't punch you with flavours, or it's not necessarily what it says on the can. Excuse me, but it's an enjoyable drink. Body on the beer, because I'm waffling on a little bit, going away from the beer itself. Excuse me. Thin on the body. For me, the body is like a pale ale as well. So it's heading more towards pale ale for me. Certainly, I think it's drinking less than 4.6. It's extremely drinkable and extremely enjoyable for my taste buds. Waffled on so much I don't even know where I've got to. But would I buy that again? I mean, if they were going to do that regular, that would be a lovely little session beer, I would say, for me. Certainly not one you wouldn't buy it in the winter. A nice summer's day, a nice summer's evening. If you want to sit in the garden, I'd quite happily sit in the garden and have 3-4 of them. They'd go down a treat. The bitterness, IPAs are supposed to be quite bitter. Very little bitterness. I would actually say the sweetness in the beer is slightly, probably overtakes the bitterness, really. It's more sweet than bitter. So, yeah, I like it. I think that's nice, and I might be controversial, arguing with a veteran of the beer world. I wouldn't say arguing, just different views. But I like that. So, yeah. I would also say that is a great starter for someone getting into craft beer as well, because it's very subtle on everything. So, if you've had it, feel free to comment and let me know your thoughts on it. If you haven't had it, I would certainly recommend going out and trying it, even for people that are just getting into craft beer. Unfortunately, you might have to look up exactly where you can get it from, although I can narrow it down to Morrison's and Tesco's. So yeah, like my video if you've liked it. Please feel free to comment. Feedback either way is fine. We all have different tastes and that. Subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I'm still entertaining everyone enough to watch anyway. And no doubt I'll see you on another beer review tomorrow. So I'm sorry this one's dragged on. So see you all again, and enjoy whatever beer. Oh, I've lost. I'm going to say bye now. I fucked this up, haven't I? So good night all. Ta.